I love watching SpongeBob, but only the episodes that are from seasons 1 to 3. Oh, you're one of those fucking people. That's great. And already I hate this story just for that. I once watched an episode that was the most traumatizing. The most traumatizing what? I think you're missing a word there, mate. And I'll never forget it, no matter how hard I try. It started when I was 8. I was watching Nickelodeon when a bumper said that a new episode would play next. I was excited, so I continued watching the channel. The episode started with a title card that said question mark, question mark, question mark. I was confused, but I continued watching. It cut to a close-up of SpongeBob's house, but nobody was there, and there was no sound. Then there was static for 5 seconds. After that, we finally see SpongeBob in his room, sleeping. He wakes up, puts his clothes on, and goes to work as usual. For some reason, the episode showed 10 minutes of footage of work in Krusty Krab. It was getting boring, so I started to play on my tablet. As the minutes went by, I noticed that SpongeBob started to have an expression on his face that became sadder. When his shift at the Krusty Krab ended, I stopped playing my tablet. The scene cut to SpongeBob walking to his house, looking sadder than at his shift. Suddenly, a hooded fish bumped into SpongeBob. He asks him, "Do you want to be happy, young man?" Why the fuck did I say required? SpongeBob replied with a quick, "Yes, please make me happy." The fish injected SpongeBob with a syringe, which was filled with transparent fluids. He then pushed SpongeBob into his house and ran away. I was a bit creeped out by this, but I was still curious as of what would happen next. We then see SpongeBob in his bedroom. The scene, really? Fuck's sake. The scene zooms into him, revealing he had dilated pupils. That's how you pronounce it, right? Yeah, I think so. And blood leaking out of his nose and arm, where the fish injected him. SpongeBob ran into his living room and began to choke his pet snail Gary straight away. After he died, SpongeBob decided to bash his head on the floor, causing blood to pour out of his upper porous holes. I think that's how you pronounce it as well. If that wasn't enough, SpongeBob grabbed a knife and carved the letters in his arms and legs, and he fell flat on the floor. Slowly but surely, he turned pale due to the blood loss. When he was fully pale, he died. I was extremely freaked out at this time. After that, the screen flashed shades of black and green. There was also a smiley face in the middle. "Do you want to be happy?" SpongeBob screamed out of the blue. Oh no, then I gotta do it loud. "Do you want to be happy?" SpongeBob screamed out of the blue. At this moment, I yelled back, "No, I don't want to be happy. Leave me alone." What the fuck is this story? The episode ended with static. I ran into my room, and I never wanted to see Nickelodeon again. It's been a decade since all this happened, and I felt like I need to tell you this now, because I'm starting to have major nightmares about the hooded fish injecting me. I need to go. Someone's calling me. But first, here's a question for you. Do you want to be happy? Ooh. Anyways, that was mediocre. Yeah, as far as these fucking stories go, this wasn't like the worst one. It's harmless, but it's also like generic, forgettable. Yeah. Ignore it. Ignore the noise in the background. I'm sorry, guys. There's people that moved in. It's a long story, but there's a reason as to why I haven't been uploading videos lately. So you should be lucky that you're getting this. I'm trying my hardest to bring this video out to you. So yeah, let's move on to the next story. Guys, are you ready to hear the truth behind Sonic the Hedgehog? The stuff that this is confidential stuff. This is this is private stuff. This is what Sega doesn't want you to know. This is the truth behind Sonic the Hedgehog. Sega doesn't want you to know any of this, but I'm gonna expose it to you. Once I'm done reading this, you will never see Sonic the Hedgehog the same way ever again. I can guarantee you that. Oh man. It's about time I finally read one of these fucking stupid "the truth behind famous thing, cartoon, video game, whatever" stories. Fuck's sake, let's just get this started. Everyone loves the popular blue blur Sonic, don't we all? Well, you are probably sitting down wondering, how can an innocent franchise be so scary and sad? Well, I know the truth! But here's a warning before we do so. This is not for the faint-hearted or longtime Sonic fans. If you are one of them, read at your own risk, okay? Good. Now let's begin. I hope those that have, fuck, I don't know how to do this. I hope those that have, sensitive hearts and are longtime Sonic fans, stay away from this. Skip this segment, because holy shit, I'm not sure if any of you can handle the truth, man. Let's get this shit started. Sonic used to be called Sonny, a Japanese-American boy who lived in a household. He loved chili dogs, and he would collect wedding rings he would find on the floor. In 1978, a Swedish-Scottish boy named Timothy, who would later be called Tails in the afterlife, moved in next door. Timothy loved inventing and science, and he would fix anything a child broke. A month later, another Japanese-American named Amy, who's Amy Rose. Wow, that's so fucking creative. You didn't even try with Amy. Okay, so Sonic is Sonny, Tails is Timothy. You didn't even fucking bother with Amy. Okay. Came in. She had pink ends in her hair, a headband, and wore a green shirt and an orange skirt, which she later changed into a red dress in 1981. She loved her other neighbor Sonny and would sometimes try and join him on his adventures. She also had a toy hammer she had from an old whack-a-mole set she used to have. She would call it a Pico Pico hammer. And finally, also something to note is that around here, and finally, that's the first period. So everything I just read prior to this is just one giant sentence with just it's just a long run-on sentence with commas. It's just great. And finally there was, I'm not even gonna fucking try to pronounce that, who would later become Knuckles. I'm just gonna call him Knuckles, okay? Because I have no idea how to fucking pronounce that. A black American with Hispanic blood. He left his original home due to his hometown being destroyed, and he suffered from PTSD due to that. But he was very brave, fighting bullies and anyone who blocked his way. These four went to the same school, but in 1986, their lives would change forever and ever. In 1986, Sonny's whole school got sent to a death center somewhere in the Middle East, which I cannot tell you, but the driver claimed it was a summer camp, even though it was September at the time. Sonny was excited at first, and told his best friend Timothy, and also Amy and Knuckles. They were all excited, and so were the other students. Then, they went on a plane to the Middle East. Once they arrived, something changed their lives forever. They were at a death center named, not even gonna pronounce it either, which was Arabic for the Happiness and Freedom Center. Sonny was confused and demanded to go back home, but the teacher said that this was the summer camp. Soon, they were introduced to a European migrant named Dr. Ivo Robinson, who would soon be Robotnik after he died. Robinson was known for moving from his hometown to the Middle East to kill anyone he hated, and Sonny's school was one of them. Sonny what the fuck is this? Sorry. Sonny spent a few weeks there. It was overcrowded. The punishments were extreme, and Sonny, Timothy, Knuckles, and Amy were often kidnapped and tortured in the worst ways possible. From all four constantly crying, moaning, screaming anger to watching all their friends' deaths. This was a nightmare for Sonny and his friends. So one day, Sonny and his friends had enough. He wanted to escape and move to Japan. His friends agreed, and so they escaped out of there. However, once they escaped, Dr. Robinson caught them and said, "You fools! You thought you could escape? No, you'll be staying there until death." Sonny started to run as fast as he could. He held Timothy by the hand. While they both ran, Knuckles and Amy fought him. Knuckles used his hands, while Amy used her hammer. However, Knuckles was too weak, so he went to sleep. Amy constantly nagged him to wake up and escape, until she started to cry. Sadly, Knuckles got choked in his sleep. Then Dr. Robinson stabbed him. Blood was everywhere. Amy was crying, saying, "Am I next?" "No, sir, you don't understand. You don't need to do this. Please, wait." However, Dr. Robinson beated Amy with her Pico Pico. Amy said, "What are you doing with the thing I love the most?" What the fuck am I reading? Like, honest to God, what is this garbage? Fuck. It's good to be back, baby. Dr. Robinson grinned and said, "You'll die now." Sadly, after Amy got beaten with her hammer, Dr. Robinson called his robot troops, and so they shot her in the head. Nice spacing. She soon collapsed. Meanwhile, Timothy saw the deaths of Knuckles and Amy. He told Sonny about the news, and Sonny stopped running so he could have a moment crying. He said, "What have I done? I risked my lives. No, I'm so stupid." Timothy told him that he wasn't stupid. However, it was too late. Timothy was killed in front of Sonny. Timothy was dismembered by the troops, and during that, Sonny begged the troops to stop. That was when he had enough, and he threw one of his shoes to Dr. Robinson. Thankfully, Dr. Robinson fainted, and so Sonny snapped Dr. Robinson's head. But after that, Sonny was shot dead. Blood was everywhere, and the place that this takes place in was forced to shut down after the incident. The center was demolished the following year and is now an office building. In 1988, news started to spread all over the world, including what the fuck is that sentence? That makes no sense. And a man working for Sega found out about it. So he researched the event and made it into a gaming franchise, because that's a fucking great thing to do. Oh, 4 innocent children died. Let's make a fucking video game based on that. Let's make it a blue hedgehog that eats chili dogs and runs fast and fucking collects rings and saves the world from a giant fat man in the shape of an egg. That makes so much fucking sense. Many concepts were taken before they settled a hedgehog. Again, I think you're missing a word there. However, they couldn't use the name Sonny, so they chose Sonic instead. Same could be said for Dr. Robinson, who became Dr. Robotnik. That doesn't work considering the fact that only in the US was he Robotnik. In Japan, he was always Eggman. It was only in the US in the 90s that they had to change it to Robotnik. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of fucking flaws with this story. It's very obviously not real bullshit, but yeah, I know it's a bit of a nitpick, but I don't care. Who almost became the star before they noticed the incident, and in 1991, Sonic was made. Sonic and his friends rescuing baby animals is a reference to Sonic saving small kids from death before his own death. The rest is history. Wow. I'm speechless, man. I don't think I will ever see Sonic the Hedgehog the same way. Oh man. I'm speechless. Let's just move on to the next story. I'm speechless. I'm seriously speechless. Wow. Well, this is new. Rather than a SpongeBob creepypasta about a lost episode or anything like that, no, instead we have a creepypasta based on a SpongeBob game. Specifically, Battle for Bikini Bottom. More specifically, the Game Boy Advance version for some reason. Not the console versions. It's different at least, I'll give it credit for that. It's also a wall of text, so that's how you know we're in for a treat. It's not that long, but still, fuck, I'm not looking forward to this. It has punctuation though, so that's good. Hello, my name is Jack. I'm a huge fan of the SpongeBob GBA games because I had memories of playing them. If you don't what the game is about, then I will tell you. The game is a 2D platformer with SpongeBob trying to stop Plankton's robots, I don't know why I mispronounced it, from chaos in Bikini Bottom. Before I keep going, I want to say that I actually have played this game, Battle for Bikini Bottom on the GBA, but I've never beaten it. I don't really play it that much. It's not that I think it's bad, it's not a bad game or anything like that, but it's okay is what it is. So whatever the fuck this story talks about is gonna be, you know, what are you talking about? Because I'm not gonna know, because I rarely play the game, because it's not bad, but it's not a good game either. It's not amazing or anything like that. It was less popular than home console ports and Windows port. The Windows port was basically mini games that were similar to Mario Party Serious, and the console ports was 3D, which had more levels, more robots. Even you can play as Sandy and Patrick than GBA version. I know this makes no fucking sense. I am reading it exactly how it is. I can't do anything about it. I can't correct it because that's gonna ruin the... I cannot read these stories with like correct grammar and stuff because I feel like that'll ruin the quality of these, you know, stories. One day I was looking for my copy of the game on the GBA, and the bad news is that I lost it, so I decided to play it on an emulator. I booted it up and memories came flashing back to me. The game started alright and the intro was fine. The first duel was alright, but SpongeBob had blood on him for some reason. After a few levels I encountered the first boss, which was Robo Sandy, but she had red eyes instead of green and had stains on her. The sky turned gray and the battle started. When I defeated the first boss, she blowed up and her parts flew to pieces. It was strange because she usually malfunctions and shuts down. After Sandy said thank me, okay, that sounds fucking weird, I went to World 2. Everything was normal except SpongeBob had black eyes and he still had blood on him. The levels were okay still. After that I encountered the second boss, which was Robo Patrick, but he was off because he had gray shorts and black skulls on it instead of the usual green shorts with red skulls on it. Oh fuck, edgy Patrick over here. He also had stains and his net has blood on him. Even his eyes were dark gray. The battle started while I was writing Mystery and I used the orange bomb robots on Robo Patrick. After I beat the second boss, he also exploded and his parts were flying everywhere too. After Patrick thanked me, okay, so now it's correct. I don't know what the fuck happened with Sandy earlier, at least now it's correct. I was confused. I went to World 3, but when I played the level, SpongeBob now has gray skin and rusted teeth. After a few more levels, again I encountered the third boss, which was Robo Squidward, but he was also off. He had dark red eyes and he also had stains. The battle started and I was writing on Mystery again, but she had black eyes now. After I defeat the third boss, he blew up and his head and 4 hands went flying. After Squidward thanked me, I went to the final world, which was World 4. Now SpongeBob had red pupils. He also had a spatula with blood on it. I now realized what's happening is that SpongeBob has been becoming more evil and evil as time goes on. Then I encountered the final boss, which was Robo SpongeBob, but he had sharp teeth, has stains on him, his eyes were black with red dots, and he was also gray. I also noticed that Mystery was beaten to death, but it didn't show her death. The final boss started and SpongeBob then attacking the machine even though I wasn't controlling him. He knocks it over, and it then crashed into the floor, not onto, into. After that, Robo SpongeBob appeared and SpongeBob then stabs the robot and it falls to the ground. Then it explodes with parts flying. After that, he kills Plankton and instead of the credits rolling, it cut to a black background. The text said, "You shouldn't play this game, but you did it anyway." Then after that, it faded with the words, "You're next." Okay, at least it used the correct "you're," so you get a pass. Then I screamed and moved out of the house with my stuff and holy fucking shit, over dramatic much? Then I screamed and moved out of the house with my stuff and lived in a hotel, escaping from who was after me, okay? A bit fucking over dramatic there, but okay. I now have nightmares from playing the game. If you see a hacked version of a SpongeBob game, then don't play it. Holy shit, that went from 0 to 100 real quick. God damn. Move out of your own fucking house and into a hotel. Can you even move into a hotel, like, permanently? Like, how the hell do you do that? I don't know. Can you move into a hotel permanently? Like, permanently live in a hotel? I don't think you can. Holy shit. Holy shit. I don't really know what to say. This one, I feel like it kind of speaks. Again, it's a little harmless. It's kind of harmless, but it's not like very scary either. But it is harmless, I suppose. So, yeah. Let's move on to the final story of the video. Yes, it's another Sonic 4 Episode 3 story. I know. This is a different one from the one I read in the previous SpongeBob and Sonic video. I was gonna read another story, instead of this one, but I decided not to include it in this video because the recording for it was really freaking long, and so I decided to make it its own separate video. The separate video will be coming out sometime, like maybe a few days after this one, hopefully. So yeah, just keep that in mind, guys. Anyways, let's just start reading this. If you didn't find this good, I don't blame you. Hey, you gotta love an honest author, someone that's aware that it's not a good story. The story of how I got this thing. Another day of my life. A boring day, I should say. Tomorrow was my birthday, and I was kinda happy. I love the Sonic franchise since Sonic 1, so I expected a video game as a gift. I always played Sonic 1 in my room, and I've finished it a couple of times. I like that scene where Dr. Robotnik explodes once you beat him. I was out with my friends for dinner. We always take our bikes and go to Domino's to eat some pepperoni pizza. After we ate, me, Brandon, and Mike went back to our homes. Hello, new characters that you never established. But we stopped at a video game store to get any new video games. The man working there, let's call him VG Man, walked to us, and in a welcoming tone, "Hi there, haven't seen ya in a while." I think you're missing a word there, but okay. "Oh, hi, any new games?" I said. "Well, I have one in the storage room. It was released 2 days ago. I first got it today morning. He went to the storage room and got a DVD. Its cover had the words Sonic 4 Ep 3 written on it with a red marker, I guess. We took it and walked to my house to try it out. I wish I never bought this. My friends left and I was home alone. My parents were on vacation in the, I don't know how to pronounce that, Maldives? Fuck, I'm scared that I mispronounced it. My parents were on vacation in the Maldives. I tapped it into my PS4 and opened the game. You tapped it in, I don't think that's how it works. So if I get out, you know, a PS4 game, and I just tap it onto the PlayStation, onto the PS4, it turns on, and that's not how it works, man. Also, I just noticed something. My friends left and I was home alone. My parents were on vacation. And then earlier in the story, you say tomorrow was my birthday. Bro, that's fucking sad. Your parents go on vacation on your birthday, and they don't even invite you? Bro, that's actually fucking sad, I ain't gonna lie. Your parents don't even, like, you know, they're not there to celebrate your birthday. They don't even invite you to where they're going. No, you just spend it alone. Bro, that's fucking sad, man, for real. For real. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Fuck's sake. The game started pretty normal. Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles were in the ring where it said Sonic 4 Episode 3. I was excited and ... well ... confused. This was cancelled, but ... 4 dots instead of 3 because fuck consistency. How and why was it quote-unquote released? Knowing that it came in a handmade cover, I pressed X and began the first act. Zone 1, Zone Act 0. Zone? What is Zone? And why is it Act 0? Was it a hacked game? Or is it an unfinished version? Despite that, I played. It was the normal Green Hill Zone look. No music. I walked with Sonic in the level. I love how there's a fucking comma every few words. That's nice. It began getting darker and darker. Then a screenshot of a dead couple, eaten to death by what seemed like sharks, appeared for a second. I jumped in my place and sweat was pouring from my face. Are these my fucking mom and dad? I thought it could be something else, but I felt they are dead. How the hell could you tell they were your mom and dad if it was only for a second? You must have had a good eye there, man, for real. The music played finally. It was reversed. I unreversed it with a program. It was a song I didn't know. It spoke about death and such edgy what? I said to myself, I looked at my screen. It said, Sonic has died, Act 0, in what seemed like broken English, much like this story. It went to the next act. No place to hide, Act 1. It had Tails in it, like Sonic really died. I walked again. Emptiness. And this time, there were pictures of Sonic's body, cut into pieces. Under it was H-I-L-R-B-O-N-E. Other words were covered in black paint. You mean letters? It kept reappearing, scattered around the level. A figure appeared. It grabbed Tails, and screams can be heard. The lights went out. I opened my flashlight and walked in the rooms of the house, asking myself, did the game do that to me? And I saw something. I can't describe this. Pictures of a dead Sonic, same from the level, appeared on every screen in the house. I thought I was hallucinating, knowing that it's somehow now 6 a.m. after midnight. I went to sleep. Jesus Christ, you were still up for that long? Holy fuck. I went to sleep, ignoring what happened today. The next day, I woke up to see the television news. Couple found drowning and cut in pieces by sharks in place that I cannot pronounce because I'm stupid. It showed pictures of my mom and dad tore to pieces, same as that image in the game. I knew it. I dropped crying on the floor. I grabbed the game and a sledgehammer and destroyed it with all my rage and anger and sadness. Wow, for once you just destroy the game. You don't destroy the fucking console. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. For once, someone who just destroys the game and not the fucking console as well. Thank you. Goodness gracious. I will never buy a game before doubleckecking it on an emulator. And that was Sonic 4 Episode 3. Yeah. I mean, the author did say, you know, he or she doesn't blame you if you didn't find this good, so you know what, I'll give the author credit for that. At least the author is honest that it's not that good. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I know I haven't made videos in a long time, and I'm really sorry for that. I had to move to a new house a few months ago, and I'm not able to make videos as much as I could. So it's great that I managed to get this video out. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Adios.